Welcome back. My name is Caitlin and I love makeup and beauty. Today specifically I want to talk about multichromes and even more specifically Clionadh multichromes. Clionadh Cosmetics, it's a Canadian-based indie brand. It's where the bulk of my multichrome eyeshadows have come from. And the past few years I've gotten really into colorful makeup and multichromes and indie brand eyeshadows. When I found Clionadh Cosmetics, I basically fell in love, and I have quite a few of their multichromes, and I've even purchased a couple of their palettes. So like the Dragon Fruit Collection palette thing, and then the Deep Sea Treasures palette. And I also have several of their round, just like metallic eyeshadows. Maybe some of them are kind of duochrome-y. Otherwise they're just like metallics, but I really enjoy using those eyeshadows as well. Anyways, today I picked out my 12 favorite-ish neutral / natural multichromes, or at least as natural as a multichrome can be. Basically, these are what I think would be doable if you have like an office job that doesn't let you do colorful makeup or something. I'm not sure. I'm sure they exist out there. My job, personally, I don't think they care as long as it's not distracting from my work, which it never is. I've worn lots of colorful makeup and multichromes and glitters and stuff, and no one has ever said anything to me. However, these are the 12 that I think would be most appropriate for an office job, I suppose. And things to keep in mind, these work best on me and my skin tone, but generally I think you want to go for the ones that have sort of a lighter base and where the colors tend to be more found in nature. So actually one of their most recent releases were the Earth Vibrant multichromes, and I think a lot of those are pretty good because they're already a little bit more subtle and subdued. I know they also took a bunch of their, I think they're black based multichromes, and made them in a light version where I think the base is no longer black. So those might also be something to look into. And I think the ones that have less dramatic shifts, so where like the colors that it's shifting to aren't as sort of far apart on the color spectrum, those are also going to be the ones that are looking more neutral. Here is what I put together of the ones that I think are most neutral. So starting with this one right here is Carving, and I'm just gonna read from their website, like the description of it. So Carving has a sheer grungy light brown base with medium / large glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, violet, and pink. I really enjoy this shade. It goes without saying I enjoy all of these shades, but I also really like the glitter multichromes just because they tend to be less as dramatic on the eye and the bases are a little bit more sheer. The next one is Statue Garden, and it's an Earth Vibrant multichrome. And this is described as a muted teal base with pink, orange, yellow shifts. So again, right into the Earth Vibrant collection. Basically any of them that say muted, I think you're probably good to go. Okay, next up, this one right here is the shade Estate, and it's an Earth Vibrant multichrome, and it's described as a brown base with golden, yellow, lime, aqua shifts. All right, next up is this one right here, and it's the shade Chandelier. It's a glitter multichrome, and it is described with a sheer pale mustard yellow base with small glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, violet, and pink. All right, next up is the shade Opulent, and it's a glitter multichrome, and it's described with warm purple brown base, almost rose gold, with medium glitter particles that shift orange, gold, green, and turquoise. Next one down is Cathedral. Cathedral is a pastel multichrome. Cathedral is a pastel multichrome. That's another thing I'll mention. They do have some pastel multichromes. I think many of those can also be pretty neutral just because of the nature of being pastel. It's a little bit more muted. So Cathedral is described with a grungy olive gray base that shifts pink, peach, gold. Next is this one, and it's Bronze Fountain. Bronze Fountain is an earth vibrant multichrome. It's described as a terracotta base with gold, lime, aqua shifts. Next up is this, which is Shard, and Shard is a hybrid multichrome. It's described with a brown base with small/medium glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, violet, and red. This one is called Climbing Vine. Climbing Vine is an earth vibrant multichrome, and it's described as a teal base with blue, indigo, violet, pink shifts. This is Iron Gate, and it's an earth vibrant multichrome. It's described with a grungy mauve base with pink. It's described as a grungy mauve base with peach, gold, lime, aqua shifts. Next is this one, and it's Wall of Ivy, and it's an earth vibrant multichrome. It's described with a warm brown base with lime, aqua, indigo shifts. And the last one is Azure, and it's a deep iridescent multichrome. It's described as a medium cool tan base that shifts teal, blue, and purple. So those are my top 12 neutral, natural leaning multichromes from Clionadh Cosmetics. My biggest tip, I guess, is if you want to get into multichromes, is start small. There's some great options at a cheaper price point if you don't want to splurge on indie brands specifically, just because indie brands do multichromes better than anyone, I think. ColourPop, I know, has some of those liquid multichromes that I don't think they're as vibrant or shifty as something like Clionadh's. So if you wanted to start small and on the affordable side, probably start with them and just get a feel for if you like them or not. Another tip, if you want to go with indie brands and spending a little bit more money, I think sticking with some that are like a clear base essentially. So some of the glitter iridescence, it doesn't look like much and it only looks multichrome like when it catches the light and you can see the shifts. So start with something like that. You can put it on just the center of your eyelid, or starting in your inner corner. So my eyes are hooded. So basically I can put something all over my eyelid, and if it doesn't go above the crease, you're probably not really gonna see it anyways, unless you like catch me on a blink or something, or when my eyes are closed. So that's another thing, I guess, if you have hooded eyelids and you wanted to try it out, start with them just on your mobile eyelid. Don't go above the crease. And then you can sort of like ease your way into building them higher and higher so that you can actually see them with your eyes open. So that's a tip, I guess, for very specifically if you have hooded eyelids. Anyways, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. If you like stuff like this, subscribe, stick around if you want to see me do some more in-depth dives into multichromes or some of the other eyeshadow palettes that I have. Let me know in the comments. If you like this, hit the like button. It lets YouTube know to send it out to other people to get more eyes on it. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye!